My mum was completely against me going abroad for surgery. And every time I sort of broached the subject with her, she was just, no, you're not going. And, 'cause she was so anxious. And when I came across Weight Loss Riga, I didn't want to tell her about it because I knew I'd have the same response. So what I did was I just sent her the link, the Facebook group link, because I knew that she would read it. So I sent her the link, and then about an hour later, she messaged me back and she said, "That looks really good. I think that's the place for you," which is to have my mum's approval. I probably wouldn't have gone if it wasn't for that. But I just knew that she would, thoroughly look into it. So to get that sort of confirmation was amazing for my mum because she just never would have agreed to it. Hi, my name's Hayley and I live in North Yorkshire. I had a gastric bypass in February 2023 with Weight Loss Riga. My starting weight was 17 stone 12 pounds and I was a size 20 to 22. Today, my weight is 9 stone 9 pounds and I'm a size 8 to 10. So before I had my gastric bypass, my life was completely different to how it is now. I barely ever left the house. I was so self-conscious of my appearance. I would feel like everybody would be looking at me and judging me, and I avoided any social situations at all costs. I looked into weight loss surgery for well over a year. I researched lots and lots of different companies, and I was really anxious about having weight loss surgery. And I would try every single diet going. I was a bit of an expert on diets, actually, but none of them were successful for me, unfortunately. I finally decided to have weight loss surgery with Riga when I came across their Facebook page. And as soon as I did, I knew that that was the place for me to have the surgery. So deciding to have weight loss surgery was a really difficult decision for me. And it took me a long time to come to that decision. I spent over a year researching the different surgeries. And at the time of doing my research, I was completely unaware of Weight Loss Riga. I was only aware of surgery in the UK and in Turkey. When I looked into surgery in the UK, it was out of my price budget, unfortunately. I also researched some companies in Turkey. However, the thing that put me off Turkey was the horror stories that you seem to hear in the news. And so every time I looked into a company within Turkey and I saw one negative review, it would put me off completely. I happened just to stumble across Weight Loss Riga by accident as I was doing my research on the internet. And as soon as I looked into it, I just knew it was the place for me. I joined the Facebook group, and the support that's on there from past and present patients and even patients that are thinking about it is just phenomenal. The support that I receive on there right the way through before my journey and right the way through my journey has been outstanding. I visit that page daily and go on there and offer advice and support for my experience and journey. And I also gain a lot of invaluable advice from the others that are on there. So I travelled to Riga alone, so I was really quite anxious, but I needn't have been. As soon as I arrived in Riga, I was met at the airport and I was taken to the hotel. The staff in the hotel were really lovely and really welcoming, and I met Valentine, the patient coordinator, on my second day. He thoroughly looked after us all, and the support that he gave us whilst I was in Riga was outstanding. I also met some other ladies in the hotel that were having surgery on the same day as me. So that was really nice to be able to get to know them and know that I wasn't alone. The staff in the hospital and the nursing staff were really, really lovely. I was really anxious whilst in the hospital because I was so nervous of having the surgery. And there were times when I had panic attacks in the hospital and became quite tearful. But the nursing staff really looked after me, really reassured me, and spent time sitting with me, holding my hand and reassuring me. The surgeon came to visit me and went through absolutely everything that was going to happen during my surgery to put my mind at rest and answered any questions that I had. Following my surgery, the surgeon came to see me again and explained exactly what had happened during the procedure and made sure that I had all of my questions answered. Throughout my stay in Riga, the service that I received was outstanding. I was thoroughly looked after from the moment I arrived to the moment that I left Riga. My life after my surgery has been so much better than my life before surgery. Since arriving back in the UK, I haven't had any complications and my recovery has been really, really good. My life has changed so much more for the better. I'm much more confident. I actively ask friends to meet up and go places and engage in social events, which is something I never did before. I've been single for 11 years of my life, and the main reason for that was because I was so self-conscious of my appearance. I never thought that I could love my body and love myself, and so why would I want somebody else to love it? But since having my surgery and since losing my weight, I've become much more open to the idea of starting a new relationship and maybe even possibly dating again. I really enjoy shopping for clothes, which is something that I never did before. I would dread it and I would just find something that just fit and covered me up. Whereas now I love experimenting with clothes. I love buying new clothes and seeing what suits me and what doesn't. Before my surgery, I suffered with high blood pressure and I was on medication every single day to control my blood pressure. Since having the surgery and since losing weight, my blood pressure is now normal and I no longer have to take any blood pressure medication. I also used to suffer with aches and pains, particularly in my knees and my hips and my lower back. And I'm not quite sure when that stopped, but it stopped at some point during the journey, and I no longer have those aches and pains. The Facebook support group for Weight Loss Riga provides invaluable advice. I joined the group prior to my surgery, and I've been an active member of the group throughout. There was a period where I didn't always contribute to the Facebook group, and that was when I was going through the transition, because I used to see so many inspiring posts of people showing before and after photos, which really, really inspired me to keep going and gave me real hope that eventually I would be able to share those photos. But I would always comment on the posts of the people that shared them. But now I feel confident enough to be able to share my own posts to hopefully inspire others that are thinking about having weight loss surgery with Riga. The support and advice that I have received from the members on the Facebook Riga group has been outstanding. I cannot recommend the Facebook group enough. If you have any questions or need any support or advice, no matter what part of the journey that you're in, there's always somebody available on there that is happy to help and give advice. So to anybody that's considering weight loss surgery, my advice would be to thoroughly do your research into all of the different types of surgery and what to expect along your journey. By doing my thorough research, it really helped me to understand exactly what to expect.